Right. Oh, did it just stop there?
You got it?
I've got 2 or 3 going. It cut out the first time, and then another one I did there, and then this is it started
We're
again.
back on again, perfect.
Yeah.
Right, so this is all your toilet function here now.
Right.
So the top one here is your flush tank. So what it is, it's got its own, about a 4 or 5 litre tank at the top here.
Okay.
And this is when you press the button on top of the toilet, this is where the fluid comes to wash your toilet out,
Yeah.
to rinse your toilet. It's always pink liquid in the top. The pink liquid's like an odour, it's a nice smell, it's antibacterial as well, so it
we've
helps.
got some of that, we've got...
Yeah, so it's some water and the pink liquid in the top. Can't say the exact measurements for the pink liquid, but if you read on the bottles, but it's not an exact science. You'll see most of them will just slug some in. But
Right.
you will need
So
like
that's where the pink fluid was in?
yeah, pink fluid and some water.
And some water?
And some water.
Okay.
Yeah, so you obviously, this is when you press the button, this is what flushes the toilet.
So don't, of course it's not piped in from the,
Nope.
the water?
No,
I've got to
this
fill
is
that
this
with
is its,
water.
if you think of this as its own unit, it's all totally
Right.
separate.
Got you.
So what it is, when you're flushing your toilet, you're not nicking your water out
Right.
of there, so it's got its own
Right.
separate tank. If you're only somewhere for a short period of time, I wouldn't recommend filling it to the top. I'll just
Yeah.
put a small amount in,
Uh-huh.
and then obviously if you need to, you can just top it up as you go. But you will need a jug or a plastic bottle or something to fill it in. It is quite hard to know, especially
Yeah.
if you're tipping your waste master into it, get something to tip into. So that's where your flush all goes in the top.
Okay. Fine.
So next one down, so this is your toilet cassette, mate. So obviously when you use the toilet, this is where all the goodies go into.
Okay.
It is got a nice little trolley on it, so you don't have to carry it. So it's normally the husband's job to go and empty it.
Sounds good to me.
So inside here, unscrew the cap here. Inside this, you'll put the blue liquid
Okay.
and a spot of water. The blue liquid is an odour killer, so nothing will smell, and then also a little bit of water, so it acts, so it just helps
Flush it out.
break down the nasty bits that
I've
are inside of
got
it.
green, because some of the site we're going to said it was environmentally. So
All right,
anyway,
yeah, that's
green,
fine.
Is that the same?
Yeah, they change. Some sites you have to use biodegradable loo roll as well and things like that. There's all
Right.
sorts of different rules and regulations on sites. So obviously when you come to empty it as well, all you literally do is go to the pit
Yeah.
where you empty it, press this button on the back, it's like an air release, and then just tip it up.
Got you,
And then
okay.
obviously all the goodness will come out the end there. Come out
And
the
so
end
when
for
you're
you.
twisting it like that, it's locked.
Yeah, it
When
doesn't.
you're
Yeah,
carrying it, it's locked.
yeah,
That's
yeah. It
locked.
doesn't. You can just move it to any
Right.
which way, any which way. It's just obviously when you're putting it back in, it just lives there, so it can clip back inside.
What's that button there for? Owen?
So this one here, if you hear when I slot it in, that goes into a clip. So inside, when you open and close your toilet, that turns that so it opens it up so you can drop down inside of it.
Okay.
And then obviously when you close the gate, that closes that flap
Right,
back up.
smashing.
So it's not constantly open, it's only open when you open the flap.
Fantastic. Really? Got
Okay,
that? Yeah.
last thing, obviously winter time, it's important to make sure you drain all the fluids out. This grey pipe, this black pipe here,
yeah.
is for the tank.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all you literally do is just pull this rubber bung out, and
Back on.
we're back on.
Yep.
Yeah. What I would recommend is draining it off before you travel home. Main thing
Okay.
is if it sloshes or anything and leaks internally,
Right.
it will stain the carpet. You see.
Okay,
So
so before we move
yeah,
that at all,
just
really
pull that
drain
out
it.
and drain it. I mean, you're right if there's a little bit of liquid in there, but if you filled it up, I would definitely recommend emptying it. What I tend to do is just pull mine out. I'll just tip it into like a pop bottle or a squash bottle.
Yeah.
Keep it. Just pop it in me gas cupboard at the front, and then when I get to wherever I am, I'll just tip it literally
Don't
back
waste your
into
pipe
it.
fluid.
Yeah, there's no point wasting it.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
as when you drain it in the
Great.
winter, I just drain it off and keep it till next season anyway. So. And that just lives in a little casing at the top of it.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Good. Happy with the functions of your toilet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. All that side.
Fantastic.
Well, I've only done one side.
Yeah, no, we haven't got, it's the same on the other side. So the only thing to show you is your back legs. So I will show you the function of the legs now. We cheat because we have a lovely drill.
Okay.
So you can get this. What you literally do is on the end of the nut, it winds up.
Yeah.
It takes you a little bit longer when you're doing it by hand. But obviously you can cheat on the drill.
I said I've got wooden blocks that I was going to put underneath it.
Then,
Is
some of the vans come with feet.
that's
You're
not
lucky
wrong.
that this one's got the feet.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
good if you're putting it on grass
Yeah.
or anything or soft mud. You can use the wood as well, but it's up to you. So yeah, you're going with the plastic feet. Depending on how soft the ground is, you can be alright with them. But obviously if they are starting to sink, you can just put the wooden boards underneath it. So.
Right, come with that.
Obviously number plate, I'll have your number plate on there by the time we're finished.
Some size.
And then there isn't really much else to show you on the back. Obviously your rear lights, And that's about it. See, it's getting easier now. Right, your door. Have you got any grandkids, or are you ever around any little kids?
Nephew,
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
So
Right, the only thing to show them is this.
Okay.
Because we get loads of people coming in to repair them, because the kids will come along and just go rack, and they'll either rip this off here or snap this. So when that's locked into place, just make sure you show the kids they have to pull that before you can release the door, because you will break that on there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, got that.
Right, wheels and tyres. So they've made it really easy and put all the details on the door here. So it's 51 psi per tyre,
Okay.
and then it's also 130 newton metres for your wheel nuts.
Okay, yeah.
Now, they've all been checked in our PDI. I'll do your wheel nuts again for you today, but from today onwards, it's down to your responsibility to check them before every journey.
Okay.
Main-
So there's a brace in there for that size?
Yeah, there is a brace in there for that size as well.
Okay.
What you'll find is, I'll use a torque spanner. If you haven't got a torque spanner, you'll find with the brace, it's just literally checking they're tight.
Yes, I
You
have.
don't know if anyone's been fiddling with your wheels or anything's happened, they've been trying to pinch them. So for something that takes 30 seconds, believe me, will save you a lot of heartache. If you're looking in your mirrors every 2 seconds, is everything all right? Is everything all right? If you just do a quick check before you go, takes 30 seconds, then believe me, it's
I
a
was
lot of peace of
wondering
mind.
if I get a flat, is there a spare with it, or do I just use what?
Yeah, your spare
a
tyre
spare tyre.
is in that cradle underneath
Oh,
there.
yeah, it's got you, yeah.
So you unscrew it, you have to lower it down, you may find you may have to jack the caravan up
Sure,
to then slide it out, but that's where your spare wheel lives underneath.
Jack for that. That's fine. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. Great. So
Okay.
I'll buy myself a jack for that.
And that's about it on this side.
Yeah.
Obviously
Right.
the last thing, I will show you while we're outside. Oh, keys, they're in my pocket. Terrible with keys, you put them down.
You will be so many vans.
Yeah, so on your keys, top two torches.
All right.
So next one down to the alarm system. Says one beep for on, 2 beeps for off.
Right. Okay. So you just press that one there, didn't you?
Yeah, all you do is literally, you can use either fob. It says, come on. It says, oh, hang on.
That one.
1 beep for on, 2 beeps for off. Just test this one here. I will get that one looked at.
Okay. That's great. So the alarm's setting for outside, they're just like a car, really?
Yeah, so what it is, it's got a tilt sensor on the alarm, so if anyone lifts your caravan up, it will trigger the alarm, and then also it's got a motion sensor internally, so if everyone breaks in and moves around inside your van, that will also trigger the alarm off as well, so. But I'll get someone to have a look at that fob before we finish.
What are the other 2 buttons in that, and the key fob was
So
spare?
there you've got no function. As far as it is, these
Okay.
keys are on some of the models, you can switch on the light
Oh, right.
on and off. I will just try it because I may be wrong. Oh, I am wrong.
There we go.
Tell a lie.
So the third
It does
one's
on this
the
one.
light.
I done one of these last week and it didn't, but it does on yours.
Well, that's good when you're approaching the van at night.
Yeah, so I've definitely got a problem with that fob.
Okay.
Yeah, for this one. So as you can see then now, I can only turn it on and off when I've got it off inside. So if I've got the switch on inside, I can't operate it, but obviously if I switch that switch off before you go to the pub, you know that you can turn it on and off by your fob.
That's good. That's really
Okay.
good. Yeah, it's
Perfect.
a safety thing. Yeah.
Happy with everything else on the outside?
Yes.
Any other questions?
Yes. No.
Lovely.
That's
Go on,
fine.
I'll let you jump inside
Right,
then.
I'll go first then.
Right.
Wow. I can't remember what it looks like. This is the first time we've kind of been in it proper, isn't it?
Right, the only bench I need to get under is just the one on the right hand side
Sure,
there.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's your.
Put on my lovely slippers.
Oh, I know.
So I'm in and out of workshops all day, so I never know what's stuck on the bottom of my boots and they're easy with them.
Superb.
So, underneath here,
Right, this is a.
so don't worry too much about what's underneath here because you don't really need to go under here much. So in the corner here, this big black box, this is your water heater and your heating system. It's all contained in the one unit there. There's nothing to switch on or anything, so you don't have to be going in there for any reason.
Yeah.
Only thing I need to point you out is you see the little yellow flap that's sitting down flat?
Yeah.
That's your drainage tap.
Okay.
So when it comes to winter time and you want to drain all the fluids out, all you literally do is just lift that yellow tap so it sits up straight and it will automatically just drain all the water out.
Okay.
And it just comes through, there's a little hole in the floor there and it literally just drains all out.
Right, and that'd be for any water that's in the hot
So,
water
yeah, that'll drain out the water tank.
and the pipes.
The pipes to a certain extent, but you just need to open your taps up just to take the last bit of water out of them, just to get it out. You know, obviously, once you've got all the water out, you know you're safe for winter, because if you do leave anything in, it will split and crack
Yeah.
pipes. and everything.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
So the next one across, this is your water pump,
Okay,
and then this is just like a suppression unit for your water, so your water flows
right.
constantly smooth, should I say.
Okay,
Next one across, so this is your mains power.
yeah.
So I'll talk about the buttons across the top. First one, system shutdown. If you press that button, all it does is isolate all your 12-volt system. So if you're leaving it anywhere for any period of time, to save any drain off the battery, just literally press that black button and it will just switch everything off.
Okay.
Okay. Next one down, this isn't a button as such, it's just a light. Reverse polarity, if you do happen to take your van abroad, if you go to France or anything, obviously the French do things a bit backward to us. So what you'll find is that will light up. Won't do any damage to your van as such, but it won't operate because it'll shut it off there. All it means is their power's backwards, so their lives are negative, if you get what I mean.
Okay.
So
So
it's
what would you do with that?
all you need to do then is go and speak to the campsite owners or a friendly couple nearby, and it's either an adapter or a rewire of your socket
on your cable
outside.
coming
Yeah,
in?
your cable and that.
Okay.
But go and always get advice on that.
Right,
So.
okay. So if that comes on, check with it.
Yeah, it'll
Site
light up
or
when the power's wrong externally.
Okay.
Next two across, so you've got your battery charger. So
Yeah.
essentially that's your battery charger off, that's it on.
Alright.
I would just recommend leaving that charger on constantly. There's no need to switch it off. This is
Okay.
your battery charger here. The
Right.
battery charger will only work when you've got the 240 plugged in.
And that's only there's only one battery, is there? On the
Yeah,
leisure
just that leisure battery
That's
there.
it,
Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
Okay.
And the next one down, so this is your power for your heating and hot water. Again, I
Right.
would just leave that switch on.
Okay.
There's no need to switch it off because your heating controls are all above the door.
Right.
All that is sort of the main switch on and off for this.
For that.
It's not a control of it or anything, it's literally just to power the unit up. And then the end one is exactly what it says, this is spare. It's got no
That's not
function
bad.
whatsoever.
See this
It
one
just
when I'm
looks good.
switching it all off. You know, if I'm leaving it at home for a while,
Yeah.
you just switch that off.
Yeah,
and
just literally
till
press
next
that
time
system shutdown, poof, and you're done.
But I wouldn't do that if I'm travelling between sites when I'm on the
No,
road sort of thing.
no,
just
no,
leave
no.
it on, right.
No, it's only if you're leaving it. So if you're leaving it for a month or even 2 weeks or so, I would just knock
Just
that
do
button
that.
off and then
Okay.
just switch it off.
Got you.
So,
Marvellous.
right, so then we've got your 12-volt fuses
Okay.
and your 240 breakers.
Right.
So they're all on the door here.
Got you.
So the 12-volt relates to which is 12-volt,
Okay.
and then obviously the circuit breakers relate to your circuit breakers
That's
there.
good.
So if you're ever having any electrical problems, you know, just to come and look in here, run down it and see, well, what's the problem? And then it will relate, you will know which one's which.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Well, that's great. Yeah. Very good.
And the blue box down the side there, that's the computer for your motor mover.
All right.
And the last
Substantial thing. Yeah.
thing to show you, can you see by the orange wire there, can you see the yellow fuse that's in the little pack right at the back by the white box? Can you see it?
Oh yes. I've got
See it?
it just
That's
down
your
there.
main fuse, that is. So if you're ever coming in here and nothing's working,
Yeah, and that's all.
yeah, and that's all off, there's no power on or anything, it's normally that main fuse that's blown. So that's the, if you're ever having major issues, that's the place to look at. Because if you accidentally touch the battery terminals together or anything as silly as that, it will blow it. Yeah, no.
So I need a sort of set of spares.
Yeah.
for
I think
that
I think I noticed some in your pack, but if
Oh,
not,
excellent.
they're only just motor fuses. You can buy them from any. I think we even do them here, or you can buy them from Halfords or anywhere that does 12-volt fuses.
Really good. So there's not much actual storage. You wouldn't recommend putting anything on front?
Not
so
really.
just leave
Not,
this.
yeah. Obviously, when you're parked up and that, yeah, you can do, but no, I
No.
wouldn't try not to, because you know what electrical things are like. They need a bit of air to breathe.
Yeah,
You don't want to
okay,
go
so
suffocating.
so that, nothing goes in there.
No, I wouldn't probably recommend it. But if we swap sides,
Yeah. You have.
we'll open up the one behind. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's
You
great.
can't struggle for storage in there.
That's really
The brown
good.
cutouts, they're gas escape vents, so try not to cover them up. If you ever have a gas leak, the gas
Oh, they're
can
very-
just simply escape through
Right,
the
right,
holes
yeah,
there.
okay.
Only thing to show you here, this is the sergeant box, so this is your alarm box.
Okay,
This lovely
yeah.
box here.
Yeah.
So that's got its own battery supply in. Oh,
Yeah.
That's got its own battery supply in. It will run for 3 months with
Okay.
no additional power to it. So even if you disconnect that leisure battery, the battery in there, as long as it's fully charged, will last for 3
Three
months.
months. That's good to know during the sort of winter period sort of thing. If it's
Yeah.
like, and it's charging from the leisure battery or from
Yeah,
the charger.
yeah. Again, when you've got the leisure whether you've got the battery charger on or you're towing it down the road, that's getting
That's getting
recharged as
charged,
well. So it's
right.
on a constant cycle, if you get what I mean. So it
Just
does
like home
constantly
really,
recharge,
isn't
yeah.
it?
And then this is obviously your lovely internal sensor for
That's
your
the
alarm as
sensor
well.
for the motion there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. And obviously, as you
Good.
see, you have got plenty of storage
enough
underneath
storage
there.
here for bedding. and
So-
whatever.
I might as well start at the front. Fuses, what am I looking for? So, as I say, all your manuals, you were asking about manuals, everything is in there, you name it. If you can't sleep at night, there's a bit
Reading
of everything.
material.